Hello and good evening to Thursday, 24 Weeks of Christmas with Miss Angie from AB Designs and Gareth and Kate's Crafty Closet from Tony, Mr. Tony. So, yeah, a whole bunch of corruption happened with my video. I have no idea what happened, but that's what I get for going on Wi-Fi alone. So, anyway, I hope you all are having a wonderful evening. And I have to wear my glasses once in a while, but that little arm broke off one side of them, and yeah, it's kind of like wearing a monocle. So I hope you all were doing well. I had planned on having a little chat with everybody tonight, but I think I'm going to do a separate video because um, I just don't want to mix it with my crafty stuff. So I think it's going to be a separate video, maybe coming out tomorrow. So if you didn't see 24 Weeks of Christmas, we're going to be making rosette snowmen, and they look like this. So I think they came out really, really, really cute. I've done a couple of them. I'm going to use them for some gift tags maybe, but these are something you can do with the children for, that would be really cute idea to do. And you don't have to use a hot glue gun. You can definitely make a rosette with just wet glue. It takes longer to dry and you have to hold it, but I made these with just wet glue, no hot glue. Hello, hello. To whoever just came in. Well, we're just gonna, like we do every week, gonna wait a couple of minutes to see who comes in, and then I'm gonna put you down here to get started. I'm not feeling 100%, so it's not gonna be a very long live tonight, and you'll know why tomorrow. So I hope you all have had a great week. I hope you're spending some time crafting this week, and I've had a very busy week so far this week. I've had a lot of doctor's appointments and appointments with some financial people and this, that, and other, and it's just been really crazy busy week for me. So, yeah. Other than that, I have done a little bit of crafting. Hello, hello. How are you this evening? I hope nobody's having problems with the video or the internet thing. So far, I think I'm holding good, but you just never know. So, uh-oh. Be right back. Somebody's at the door. Hold on. What are you barking at? Somebody's at the door. Sorry about that. I had to go get the dogs settled down again, and because they're driving me nuts. My mom's in there. I tried to grab a bottle of water. I have to stay hydrated these days. Well, I think we're just going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to put you down here. So everybody hold tight. Okay. I think we can see. Yeah. My little half monocle glasses. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to be making these tonight. And unfortunately, I don't have enough white paper to make a whole bunch of these because I need white paper to do the heads with. And so if I do that, this is the only piece of white cardstock I have left. So I am going to be using some crepe paper rosettes and they'll work just fine. So yeah. So this is what we're going to be using tonight is the crepe paper ones. And I'm kind of excited to see how they work out. So what I did to make these, this is very, very simple. I hope we probably spend some time chatting because it's not going to take that long to do these. I'm going to punch out a couple of big circles and glue them on the front and the back. Just sort of cover up even though this has one, I want to cover up that, the staples on here because, you know, I don't want kids to get poked on them or anything. And they're going to be going, like I said, on some packages. Or you could make them ornaments, but the kids can take them off. I'm going to put them on removable glue dots, probably with packages. And that way they can pull them off and they can use them as ornaments as well. Hello to whoever just came in. We're just getting started. All I'm doing is taking my rosette, which I just explained that I don't have a big amount of white cardstock left at all. And so I'm using some white crepe paper rosettes for this one. So we're just going to put one on the front and one on the back. And then we're going to take a piece of cardstock. And I'm going to find something. I've been using this little jar lid here. And I think it might be a little bit too big, but we are going to use it. And then I'm going to cut on the inside of the circle. So we're just going to take the little jar lid and trace around it. And then cut that circle out. Let's do two of them because I think I'm going to do two of them tonight. Let's see if I can get both of them here. I can. I think I can. So we're just tracing around here. And I'm going to cut on the inside of the circle because they need to be a little bit smaller than the ones that I created with the paper rosettes. They're just a tiny bit smaller. If you lay them up, you can see they're just a tiny bit smaller. So I want my circle to be just a little bit smaller. So let's cut these out. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to cut on the inside of the circle, so I'm going to cut the line out. Now, if you have problems getting it all, you know, staying on line, don't worry about it. I've never seen a snowman with a perfectly round head. And we might have to go back and make him a little bit smaller yet. I'm just going to see how he is based off of this. So I think that's good. I think we can do that, maybe. See how much smaller that is. Just going to go around and even that circle out just a wee bit. Make it just a tiny bit smaller. I did try making it with this. These little punches were a little bit too small. And I probably could have drug my die cutting machine out and used my circle dies and got one perfect size, but honestly, I didn't want to drag it all out. And this is something that I want to be able to do with my grandchildren, so they're not going to be able to use a die cutting machine. So I think that's going to be perfect right there. That's going to be the head of our snowman. Hello to whoever just came in. We are working on making these right here. But I said in the beginning, if you missed it, that I ran out of white cardstock. I don't have a whole lot of left, just some scraps left. And so I'm using some crepe paper rosettes instead of making the other kind of rosette. So, all right. And I'm doing something differently with the eyes this time. So we're going to glue this onto the top just like this. And I'm just going to use some art glitter glue. Just place a little bit on the back. And then kind of center it about right there. Make sure that's glued down. Okay. All right, there we go. And then on this one, I think I'm going to use googly eyes on the next two I make. I use just little buttons here. What do you think? Buttons or googly eyes? I thought these might be cute for the little snowman. I think it might be cute. So do we want googly eyes or do we want button eyes? Hello, hello to whoever just came in. Trying to decide if I want to use googly eyes or button eyes this time. Any thoughts? And if we get through with this project in time, I do have another little one I want to do tonight. A little thing I saw on Pinterest I'd like to recreate. Well, y'all are being silent. Anyway. See, because I couldn't find any buttons about the same size. These stand up more. They're not the same kind of button. So I can get away with them using them on the tummy, but I don't want to use them on the eyes like that. So first we're going to make the hat. Now this was, the hat and the scarf were my biggest issues on here because I was freehanding everything. So I'm just going to make a little hat. And I'm going to put this on my mat, line this up. So I know that it's straight. And then I'm going to come across here and draw about a 1-inch line. And I need to go over because I got to have room for the side of the hat. So, draw an 1-inch line here from 2 to 3. And then we're going to draw a line down to the side. And I'm just going about maybe 1 inch. So I'm about a 1/2 inch in, about 1 inch down. Maybe 1.5 inches. And then move over and do 1.5 inches down on this side. Now you don't have to be so precise. You can do whatever you want to do. Me, I just know I don't draw a straight line very well. without a ruler. And okay. Now, what I did to make the side of the hat was I came over to the side and I just made a round edge like this and a round edge like this and came around like that to make my hat. And then just erase these lines. But you're not going to be able to see it because it's going to be on the other side anyway. And so then we're just going to cut this out. And before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and draw the other one. Because I'm going to make 4 of these. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut these out now. Then we drew both of them. All right. So we have one little hat, and it cute. And then let's cut the other one out. Put the other snowman, and we'll get ready to do him in just a minute. Put him a circle on there so we can keep him up and going. There we go. Okay, that's the second hat. I think I made the other ones a little taller, but that's okay. These are going to be a little bit smaller. And this has got to go this way because we don't want those lines showing on there. So let's punch out another circle to go in the another couple of circles here to cover this one up. Hello, hello. I'm trying to pay attention and watch people coming in and out. And we're just putting our little snowman together right now. So I'm using crepe paper. I'm gonna put this on the back because somehow I got black glue stuff on my hands. I don't know how I did that. So I'm just putting some circles. This is my 1.5 inch circle punch. I'm just putting circles on here to cover up the staples. I'm using crepe paper rosettes. And I might put another one on this one because this one just went all the way through almost. Make his tummy a little bit thicker. Hello. Okay. Now, so I'm doing 2 at one time. This is what we're doing. On these, obviously, I used a regular rosette, but I ran out of white cardstock, and I don't have enough to make a regular rosette, so I'm just doing crepe paper rosettes this time. So we'll do this one in a minute. So let's put our little hat on. Before we do that, though, we're going to cut a little band for the little hat. And I'm just using scraps of paper and stuff. Let's see. Trying to get the right measurement there. Okay. I'll make him a little band for his hat. Hello. Whoops. Let me get him on there right where the glue dries. Okay. Trim this just a wee bit. Okay. Get him a little band on there. And then we're going to glue this onto our little head. Try to make it a little bit more even. There we go. Now, like I said, I used buttons on the face the last time, but I can't find any more buttons that are the same size. So I think I'm going to use some googly eyes on this snowman. And I think that'll be fine. So we're just going to put a couple little drops there of glue right where we want his eyes to be. Let's see if I can pick the googly eye thingy up. There we go. And drop that down like that. I hope everybody's been having a good day. I've had an extremely long day. But, so that's what we're looking at so far. Keep messing with this hat because it's just driving me nuts if it's uneven, but you know. Alright, so we're going to leave those alone so they can dry. Now we're just going to take a little orange marker. This is the alcohol marker that I have. And we're just going to draw my little nose out to the side. And color that in. And then we're going to take a black marker and make him a little mouth. Like I said, I'm trying to make this as easy as possible because this is a good thing to do with the kids. And I'm going to be doing some with my grandchildren this coming up weekend. Except we won't be using alcohol markers. We'll probably be using just Crayolas or something. And then I'm just taking some blush pink, a Copic marker, and give him some little pink cheeks. And then we're going to glue some buttons on his little, going down here. Now, so that's what we have so far with our little crepe paper. Is that any cute? Now we're going to make a little muffler here. And all I'm going to do is take a little strip of paper here. And it's going this way. Now that doesn't look much like a muffler. So all I'm going to do is take it here at the corner and go slice down into it. And then come up like that. So we kind of have a little rounded piece. And then that's going to go right there around his neck. And then we're going to cut off this much right here. And then we're going to take this other little piece right here and slice the end off. And we're going to cut this in half. Okay. Then we're going to glue it onto the end down here. You guys are being really quiet tonight. I'm going to glue him down like this. And then put a little glue right here. A lot of glue. I meant to put a little glue. And kind of do it like this so it's a little bit apart. Like that. I'll spread it out a little bit more while it's still wet. And that is going to be our little snowman scarf right there. And before I put him on and glue it on, I'm going to take my scissors here. And I'm just going to go down to the bottom. And make little fringes at the bottom of the scarf. So it looks like a little fringe. And then put some glue on the back. And glue him on. We're going to try to make sure we start at the face, at the bottom of the face down here, like this, so it goes all the way across. Looks like a scarf going around his neck. See? And then we're going to take this little punch right here. This is an old punch that I have. It is a Memento punch. It's a little hard to work sometimes, but it takes both hands. But it makes a really pretty snowflake. But it also embosses too. That's why I love it. It is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's an embossed level in here. And then we're going to put a little glue there and glue that right there in the corner by the snowman. So that is what we have. That's a little snowman. Then we're going to flip him over. And I'm using some and just embossing floss. I mean, not embossing floss, so just floss that you do cross stitch and different projects with. I'm leaving all 6 strands on there. Cutting it and then folding it in half. Making sure that I got it even. Like so. And then I'm just putting a little glue down here. And try to get him in the middle. And then I'm taking my little tiny punch. My little my little 1/2 inch punch. Put a little extra glue on him. Now I'll cut off what's hanging over. But you want something to stick this down with, like this. And then we'll just come back and trim the sides of it off. Oops. There we go. So we have our little hanging snowman. Isn't that not cute? Okay, let's do the other one. So we have our hat already cut out on this one. I think I want to even this up just a little bit. I keep messing with it, I'm going to do it over. But, you know, I tell you guys it doesn't have to be perfect, but, and then I go whacking on it some more. It's okay. Alright, so we're going to make a head again. And how I made the head, I'm just laying down my little jar lid here. And tracing it. If you have dies and you want to use dye, that's perfectly fine. You could probably get one closer to the size of the head. But I'm just cutting on the inside of the line, so it'll be a little bit smaller. You want it to be about a third of the size of your main body. Maybe even a little bit smaller. Just a little bit bigger than a half. So I'm cutting on the inside of the line. Okay. What are those same size? That's a little bit smaller. I mean, a little bit big. So I'm just going to cut just a little bit more off of it. There goes my dogs again, y'all. Please excuse me. I'm not going to open the door, though, because it makes it even louder for me to yell at them. Probably see another dog out the window. Okay, that's better. Oh. Let's see which one I want to be the top. We want to do my head on. I gotta get a wipe. My hands are getting too much glue on them. And I'm messing up the wipe. There we go. Even my hands off just a bit. Okay, so we're going to put the hat on. Well, let's see if we can find us a little piece of paper to do the brim of the hat first. It's about the same size. We're just going to cut this down just a little bit. See how that looks. And I will cut the difference off after we get it glued. My hands are shaky tonight. Okay, so that's her little hat. And I'll show you what we're going to do to both of them after I complete both of them, because I add another layer to it. But I want to make sure I get it all completed first, because you can't touch them afterwards. Okay, so there's a little hat all glued on there. All right, now let's put our little eyes on there. I think I like the little googly eyes instead of the button. They got hot big up there. Quick stick don't want to let it go after it picks up. Okay. Got water break. All right, so now we're just going to take our marker again and make them. Not that in. These markers right here that came from Michael's, the hashtag coloring, these things were the worst markers. The tips on them just went crazy. But I don't have many Copic markers, and I don't have an orange one. So we're just going to draw our little carrot nose here and fill that in. I should have just grabbed my Crayolas that I'm going to use with the kids. Okay. And then we're just going to draw my friendly little mouth. And then give him some rosy cheeks. And then glue his little buttons on. Okay. Let that sit for a second. So while we're waiting this to sit, let me tell you what else I've done to I did to the other ones. Now it might vary a little bit because I don't have the whole creases, but what I did was I just went up here with some stickles, glitter glue, whatever you want, and I just put it on the band of his hat for sparkly. Because when you put clear stickles on black, it makes it turn green. Did you know that? It comes out green. And I just did his little nose and his little cheeks. And then the snowflake. Whew. Well, it does have a star in the middle of it. And then to make his body sparkle, I just went down on the rosettes, if you use the regular rosettes, and I just went down the middle where the creases were on the, just to add a little sparkle, make him shine a little bit on here. So let me show you on this one. So I just went down right here in the creases of the snowflake and just did it like this. And just did just a little bit on the tummy, just went around like that. Not all over, just a little bit. Lift up his little scarf there. Okay. That's number 1 completed. So before we do this, let's put our little string on the back. Man, these dogs are killing me. Okay. And get another little punch. I knew I got to have a little bit of white paper left now. Come on. Just a little bit. Can't believe I ran out of white cardstock, you guys. Now, I am going to cut him off. I know he's too big. But I want to make sure that the little thread gets stuck on there. Okay, there we go. Now we can glitter him up. Oh, no, we didn't do something. We didn't put his little necktie on. His little scarf. Y'all didn't yell at me. Supposed to yell at me, hey, you're not finished yet. So let's do this again. Let's cut us a little piece. All right. And go from the corner down. Come up. Cut that off. Did y'all see how I do that? I just cut a strip, went from the corner down and made a little dip. So that this could go right here on the corner of his face. And then we can cut the rest of it off. And then we're just going to cut another little strip. And then cut that in half. And I'm probably going to cut some of this off. It's a little long. Little long. Okay. Just going to put that at the end. Put just another little drop of glue right there. Make that go sideways like that. Then cut some fringe. Okay. And then glue the back of him. Now we're going to go right there. Almost under the circle. Making sure that this touches the side of the head. There we go. I don't want to mess up my stuff there. And then we need to punch him another snoofly. I may give the little rosettes, the paper, the crepe paper rosettes to the little girls, and then the other rosettes to the little boys. I don't know yet. Might be the other way around. And stick that in the corner. There we go. Now we can finish sparklifying him. Okay, we're going to just go around the circle a little bit. And then right here on the edges. So he looks all sparkly from the snow. Excuse me. Okay. So there are our little rosette snowmen. Here's the two with the crepe paper rosettes and the two with the regular rosettes on there. So, what do you think, guys? How fun would these be, for you to do with the kids, too? Of course, you may have to do some pre-cutting and stuff depending on the age of the kids, but if I cut all the pieces out, my little ones can do it, but my first grader can definitely do it. So, what do you think? Okay, so I have another little one I can do. It's a little angel thing I saw, but it depends on you guys. Do y'all want to see it, or do you want to just call it a night tonight? Somebody say something. I just think these are the cutest little things. I think my grandchildren are going to love making these. Of course, I'm going to be making the rosettes. What do you think, guys? Y'all are quiet. I might not even be able to get comments or anything. I don't know. All right, you guys. To tell you the truth, I'm tired, so I think I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for those who joined me. And I missed those who weren't able to come tonight. And I will be putting out a video tomorrow to let you guys kind of know what's going on. I was going to do it tonight, but I don't really want to talk about it tonight. So I just wanted to get this out since I didn't get to get the whole video out for 24 weeks of Christmas. I wanted to get this done tonight. And yeah. So I appreciate you guys stopping by and spending some time with me tonight. I hope you like my little snowman. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Well, not tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning with another video. All right, guys. God bless. See you soon. Bye.